What's trying to die off in you? What's a quote quote bad habit? Something that's just not working for you anymore. You're not in resonance with it. It's trying to die off. What is that? Call that to your mind. Call it to your consciousness. Let's bring it forth. We're going to work a little bit in the energy field by sharing our connection and unhook that a little bit, unwind that a little bit. So call it forward. And I want to share a little story with you as you're calling it forward. I was talking to someone earlier today, and one of the parts of her that wanted to die off was the smoker. And she has a very complicated relationship with smoking. So it wasn't going to likely happen in a, well, I'm just going to quit way. So we began talking about some methods that would be supportive. And then a week has gone by and, you know, not really successful. And so then the guidance that came forward was like, well, wait a second here. It was successful. Let's just shift how we're viewing this a little bit. It was successful in a way that even though she smoked every single time that she would normally smoke, she thought about our conversation. And she wasn't trying to make excuses for herself, but she just bypassed it. But the thought was there. So what we decided to do was look at that as a success because she's conscious of now every time she's smoking. When you think of a behavior pattern, practice, some practice that you have that's habitual, we don't think about it. And if it's something that's trying to die off, adjust, make changes to, then we must call it to our attention. And that can be difficult because it is just the consciousness that, in my perspective, makes the biggest difference. It's when we bypass that or we fill ourselves with like shame or our shoulds or what we can't do. When we just follow the cycle out, then it doesn't do us any good. But if we're using our thoughts to say, wait a second, this is what I'm doing, and then be in agreement with it, like I'm going to do this, well then you're taking your free will back. And I think really at this time energetically, the more that we are conscious of our free will, the more flexibility we have in it when we're creating a new path per se. So there's a little story. What is something that you know is dying off in you? And maybe you're struggling with trying to find a way to remove it or deviate from it or change it. How about we just take a minute right now together and we just realign it? I'm going to bring up the truth code. So I want you to take a deep breath. We've just called it to our awareness, our breath, our life. We're going to hold the belly. We're going to take another deep breath in through the nose and out the mouth. You can actually tap your belly when you're doing that. We're calling it to our will. That's our solar plexus. Tap your belly. Whatever it is that you're thinking about, say, I'm willing this. Even if it's something that ultimately you don't want to will. But you're willing. I'm willing. I'm willing to look at my will, my responsibility in this. And I'm either going to give that to myself today, willingly, or I'm going to choose a different path. And I want you just to stay right there with whatever this is, just right there for the next week. Every single time that you choose to do whatever it is that you're wanting to maybe deviate from, change, will it. Take accountability for it. Take choice in the matter. It's when it escapes us that we lose our control. We want to pull that control back. So even if you're doing it, it's a success. Because you're owning that. And your body is telling you how it feels about that. And we're not going to shame the body. We're going to listen to it. We're going to listen to it. All right, so that's the first part. The second part is I want to look at what guidance is coming in through your higher self. The middle part of you, the middle earth, the core. That's a part of you that I'm hearing that says I can't have. Okay, so we're gonna listen. Restriction. I got this morning. We're gonna look at restriction differently. Right? Isn't that what we're doing? We're gonna ask ourselves, do we want to restrict ourselves? But we're really gonna think about it. We're gonna make a decision today. And whatever you're restricting, maybe the support is right now is don't restrict it. Nothing's restricted, actually. You get to choose. And sometimes, many times, these habits that aren't in resonance with us anymore just simply fall off because it's a consciousness. Addiction is a consciousness. So stop restricting. Stay in the now. Call it forward to you for the day. And ask yourself, what do you want? That's the internal guidance. That's like the baby and the egoic energy teaching you something. I know it seems counterproductive, but it's not. The serpent is like the energy source of it. Make the connection. Make the connection to what you're feeling when this desire moves through. And simply ask yourself, is that in tune with you? And then choose to do it or not. How is this affecting, I guess the top card, work satisfaction. So when we're more in alignment with our bodies and our bodies feel good, then it just naturally increases motivation. When we are in a more balanced equilibrium, well, then more opportunities open up for us in the energy field. It's when we're restricted or restricting that it becomes smaller, fewer choices, because we're still like in a lesson mode. New Earth energy is not restrictive. It's simply just in harmonics with who we are. And New Earth energy is about balance. So, no restricting. Listen to who you are. Stay focused in the day. Be accountable to yourself. Understand what your body's telling you. Have a beautiful day.